It's like on a corner. It's like really, it almost looks like a football concession stand. And then there's an ice cream joint like attached to it. But on the signage where you order food, it had the old Cherry Coke logo.
Oh, wow.
From the 90s. And I don't think you remember what it looks like in your head because like I didn't remember it until I saw it. And it brought me back to the point where I was like, it like upset me that I forgot about it.
It's really like punk looking, right? It doesn't look.
It looks like
a whole different brand.
Like emo punk rock, like red, and
it's like a black explosion,
and there's like zigzag lines everywhere.
You wouldn't think it's the Coca-Cola brand. You would think it's an off brand,
and it's like written like almost like graffiti Cherry Coke,
like Surge.
Yeah,
but it's like red. I know exactly. Yes.
I
that
saw
and
that
like
and I was
old
like,
Mr. Why did they go Mr. Pibb and go, let's get rid of the Mr. and just call it Pibb Extra? Is Mr. Pibb different than Pibb Extra?
I have a memory of both being available at the same time when you could choose Mr. Pibb or Pibb Extra.
I thought it was places that just hadn't updated the sticker.
See, I don't know, but I remember there was a time where you could get either or.
Mr. Pibb was adorable. I don't even know what he looked like, but he was there in the corner.
There was a mascot?
Isn't there like in Mr. Pibb, the logo, there's like a little bubbly guy. He almost looks like the Suds guy.
I'm looking at glasses, like big glasses on like a little circle. No?
Mr. Pibb.
Yeah. On like the corner of the Mr. Pibb logo, guy with
I'm way off.
Black sunglasses.
I thought it was green.
Look at Mr. Pibb 90s.
Oh no! Okay, that's not what
I thought.
That I don't.
I don't remember. What the? That's like Ed, and Eddie.
Okay, I see why they got rid of it.
I thought Pibb was like green and yellow.
I see it as like a skater, like skater vibes. That's how I see Mr. Like that right there.
His face was like sideways. I thought it was like, see, I remember that.
I don't remember that can at all. Type in 90s Cherry Coke can. This, brought me back. I completely forgot that existed.
Dude, that font is sick.
That looks like MySpace.
I love that. That's like Blink 182.
That's what they had at the
cool.
restaurant as like advertisement for it. And I saw it and I was like, I completely forgot that
The
existed.
can didn't come out like that, did it?
Yes.
It did.
Dude, no. It was like fountain.
I was like, how long has that been sitting
Oh, wait,
out
they
there?
changed it to that and then they went back?
It used to also be that like purple looking one. The purple pink, I remember.
I remember like that one.
No, that's newer. The one next to it, right? There, yes.
I wonder if Unfiltered would look cool in that.
That's gorgeous. That would do so well today. Cute.
That looks like something that'd come out now.
Yeah.
Cherry Coke, though, why did they make it pink? Let's lean more into the
merch.
Red. Dude, I think in the old
we do love Cherry Coke.
Yes. I gotta say though, the strawberry vanilla.
Oh my god, I'm having the Dr. Pepper strawberry cream soda. Oh my god, imagine that on top of vanilla ice cream, like a root beer float.
Is there sugar in it? Is there sugar free?
It's diet. It's diet, baby.
Oh.
I mean, we keep it diet around here.
As he tucks himself under his pants.
I was not looking hot this weekend. I was
neither.
not. We were taking photos. And I was like,
what do you mean? You were working out hard.
No, not like last year. Last year I was looking tight. You could bounce a nickel off my now I eat that nickel off like a vending machine.
Has it been years since your transformation? Like
I looked my best in like September, October, and then I lost it all. It's
all right. It happens.
What's crazy though is that I haven't gained that much weight since I stopped.
You've been
after my transformation.
You're just.
But my stomach has grown, and like I feel
it's like the Florida pod. Like it just loves to go in our stomach and our
carry
ass.
it different.
Yeah.
Like my face used to be like super emaciated, very like sunken in when I lost the weight, and then my face started like filling in and like looking better, and I was like, this is good. But it filled in everywhere.
Why do they do that to us?
Do you ever wonder like what our bodies will look like when we're like 65? Do you think we'll be in really good shape, or are we gonna have like
we'll look better than we think?
Yeah,
because like my grandparents, they weren't working out every day. I truly think that we will like try our best to take care of ourselves every day when it comes to just like physical and eating. We'll have our moments, like months where we'll eat bad, but like I think we'll always go back because I could see us doing this for the next 10 years.
I could see myself being huge. Like in my head, I could like 350 pounds. I would just be like, yeah, that sounds.
Look, honestly, it depends on my life and where I'm at. Do I have a wife and kids, or me and my wife living? Like, it all depends on like what the vibe is.
How's our audience? Does our audience work out a lot?
I think
it's like I think it might be like half.
I think we motivated them, but now we're not.
Do you think we're like are a lot of people listening to this and watch this podcast like on a treadmill?
Probably,
Maybe.
yeah.
There has to be.
Yeah,
you know what? If you're on your treadmill, let's head it up a bit today. Do it for us.
Guys, you want to go along
Ramp
with us
that
whenever we're eating bad for months, you eat bad with us, and then we're working out, you work out with us.
Speaking of treadmill, Miss 12-330, Lauren Giraldo, pregnant.
Really?
Really? Wow. Congratulations to her.
Dude, Miss 12-330, she invented that?
Yes. From
I
somewhere
have
else.
no idea what you mean, Miss 12-3. What is
so
that?
Lauren Giraldo came up with 12-330 on the treadmill. She does it every single day, and it was like the easiest way she lost weight.
How do you not
She
know
does
about
a 12 incline.
Oh yeah, my mom does that too.
Lauren Giraldo
No, she did
Yes,
it.
she did.
There's no way.
Yeah, she came out with like merch and everything.
No, she
But
did
she
it.
came out with merch now.
She's 12-330. No, she came out with it years ago. Yeah.
Or have a lot of people
at
been-
her home gym. She has a neon sign that says 12-330.
Jordan, please look this up.
We have to know before we continue.
I love her.
Wow.
Oh God, her face is all over Google Images. God, wow, that's crazy.
She did
that
it.
she came up with that.
I thought that's been around for like ever, and then it just resurged. It's crazy when you go to the gym though. You see how many people do it. I do 12-330 occasionally.
She should be running with that.
It's crazy you can't like put a trademark or claim that like.
Yeah.
Like there's no.
It's not like a P90X.
Yeah, I'm sure other people did it with different numbers, and then she found the sweet spot for her, and then a lot of people started doing it because she
She releases a treadmill.
released her numbers.
A treadmill
launched her
that's
numbers.
only at those settings. You can't speed it up or like lower it.
So you know how everybody knows about the high incline and then low speed, right?
Yeah.
Nobody ever came up with that like number.
I'm sure it was maybe it was different numbers. I don't know. I just know she came up with 12-330.
I'm not trying to discredit you, Lauren. I just can't believe that you
Yeah,
came
like, I
up
don't
with
believe
that. Like a Princess Lauren.
Wow, she looks
How?
great.
Is she married?
They set their wedding date. They're engaged.
Oh, wow.
But they accidentally got pregnant.
2 of Patricia's bridesmaids are due on the weekend of our wedding.
Oh,
That's
She's already got one call and was just like, guess what? And she was like, you're pregnant. And it was like, oh my God, yes. And then she got another call that was like, guess what? She's like, are you serious? Both do.
that's funny.
So
It is.
is that something you guys have to maneuver around, or is
I basically have to like cut 2 of my groomsmen. So Zane, we got to talk. I'm kidding.
Okay. Wait, are you cutting anybody else?
No, one of my cousins, I think, won't be it, and then somebody else. Ooh,
I feel like I deserve a
That
spot.
hurts. That hurts.
Of course, I've lived with you for years, but I don't think guys.
We're gonna
it's so
end this
much-
podcast, and he's gonna tell me on the side. Saying,
No,
I
guys.
don't want to say.
I think
it.
guys take it a lot more easier than like girls do.
Oh,
if
yeah,
like
I
a
mean,
girl had to
obviously.
be like,
Honestly, I feel like for guys, it's kind of a relief.
yes.
It should be a lot of fun.
All right, well, let's run
Oh,
this
intro.
Oh my
Let's
God.
run the
Yeah,
intro.
let's run the
Do the
intro.
12-3.
Oh, baby, we get to the All right, we got a lot to talk about, baby. Coachella weekend just happened. You'll hear it a week later, but let's roll, baby. It's Confrontation, baby. Woo!
Hey.
Welcome back to Zane and Heath Unfiltered, baby. I'm Zane.
I'm Heath.
I'm Matt.
I really hope I'm right about that 12-330.
And we are unfiltered. Thank you so much for coming on to another episode. I wish we can come up with something different.
no,
other than that.
it's good. It's
stuck.
us. It's
good.
It's
It is us.
authentic.
It would be like friends changing their theme song. You just don't do it.
We are friends. We're better than friends.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in again. If you're new, hello, welcome. Hope you enjoy the show. If you're coming from Coachella, I'm sorry. Big apologies.
Where do we even start?
What day did you go? What day did we go?
We flew
Y'all
out-
went the same
We
day.
went
Y'all went on
Thursday.
Thursday. Y'all left around like 10 a.m. or wait, like
Yeah.
noon.
Oh yes, yeah. Me, Heath, and Mariah, we got to go with Guess Originals, we went with them last year, and it was incredible. We also went with Happy Hour last year, our seltzer company, and this year, it was Guess Originals mainly that did that crazy compound that you guys all saw already this last weekend and also last year. And Happy Hour was also a part of it too at the house, which was so cool.
Let me tell you, imposter syndrome is real.
Oh yeah, no. When the whole time we just felt like we didn't deserve it. Why are we here? We shouldn't be
We were
here.
like, this ain't us.
Oh, being included, like
Yeah,
Yeah, they just really took care of you.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's unreal. Every house had a personal chef 24 hours.
You felt like you should have been performing like at the
Yeah,
festival.
I'm like,
You're
what are
been
we
artists.
doing? Yeah.
It's
Oh,
definitely.
y'all's buses were so
It was crazy.
the vans, like when I was just like walking into the festival,
Yeah.
I would see you guys come in, and I was like, damn, everybody knows that they're like in the guest
Yeah,
house.
and it was really funny too because we're like as we're on our way, like I would just look out the window just to see where we are, and people were like recognizing the bus because they were seeing it all like
Oh, yeah.
a few
That's
days
so
before
funny.
because guest was posting all over, and we all had to post. So people were seeing it like, I wonder who's in that bus.
How many guest influencers were there? I know that you guys were on that
There
jet. Was there another
different-
jet as well?
There were different houses on the compound.
There was 8 houses with probably like 10 people in each house, I would
Yeah.
guess.
8 houses.
It's a
Yeah,
cul-de-sac with a gate, so that you.
I
have
thought
to-
it was 3.
No, you have to
No,
enter
it's-
the cul-de-sac, and it's just house. Yeah, I think there's 8.
So 8 houses, 10. So it was 80 influencers.
Around there, 60,
Well,
yeah.
I would
there
say
was-
60 because you have to think of staff and
Right.
a
And
staff
one of the
house.
houses had like Brian's booth in it. So it was like a content house. So one house was occupied with like activities, and then there were 7 houses filled with influencers.
Wow.
But it was all influencers that we all got along with, we're all friends
Yeah.
with. It was just each friend group had their own little house.
Fun.
It was
It's
really,
crazy.
really nice. Yeah.
And but yeah, so from here we got to fly in a plane, which is coming out of my mouth is just so cringy, but like it's just really cool that. Guys, I know it's only 2.5 hours away, but if they told you got to fly there, you
Yeah,
would take you would take that,
And you would do it too.
You would do
yeah.
it too.
And you would do it too for a jet.
I know.
For a
I could see them coming at us, but yeah, no, it was really cool. We're really grateful.
Yeah, I think
we
it was, Arrow. I think
what?
Arrow was the name of it.
Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! At the airport, it's like a private airport. So you
The
go
Van
in-
Nuys?
Yeah. So you go into the bathroom. They've got like croissants and like drinks all
yeah.
out. In the bathroom, they just had like goodie baskets with like
Chapstick, deodorant.
chapsticks,
It was
toothbrushes.
the cutest thing.
It was like a mini CVS in there, and you were just like allowed to just grab different.
Heath came out with every little chapstick, and he was like, they have strawberry, they have coconut.
And you realize how many people forgot toothbrushes because 3 people went to grab
Yeah,
a
the amount of
toothbrush.
people excited for a toothbrush was like.
I was because dude, my bristles are like that now. So I was like, I need to re-up. It's embarrassing. I didn't want people to like go to the bathroom and see my toothbrush. It's disgusting. When you see someone with like bristles
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
you just smell their breath when you see them.
They go hard.
I go really hard when I brush my teeth.
Yeah.
I just feel like going hard means you're getting a deeper clean.
Do you not have an automatic toothbrush?
No, I don't.
I don't
like
either.
automatic toothbrushes.
Yeah, I don't either.
Why not?
I get it. The
Like-
vibration when it's between your gums, it's shaking your gums and it's pushing the shit
Like
out of.
think about like a floor cleaner, like
Yeah.
those like a whack, like that. A pressure washer has an extra power to it that otherwise just like
Yeah,
rubbing something. With
I get it. I think my gums are very sensitive because Mr. Cavity root canal boy.
Yeah.
My mouth is very sensitive. It's like a temple. You have to really take care of it, and because I haven't been taking care of it my whole
Okay,
life.
back to the flight. You guys.
No,
get on the
I want
flight.
to talk about my teeth real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he used to drink
had a long teeth journey.
sweetened condensed milk when he was.
Oh boy.
We haven't said that story about 8 times throughout this whole time. But yeah, we croissants, awesome. We get on the plane, we get there
Is
very
the
quickly.
pilot like, hey, happy hour, guys? Am I right? I was like, yo, if I was the
Oh my
pilot.
gosh, Matt, we were doing the YMCA. We were doing conga lines on the plane.
Oh yeah, there was.
And what I was thinking, I was like, this is a really good, like, 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
Like, I've done a conga line on an airplane.
Brian's
I-
doing backhand springs.
Yeah. Here's the thing. People are like, you can't do that on a commercial airline. It's just that nobody knows each other. So no one's going to be sitting there
Right.
doing the conga line on the plane.
Yeah.
But you can literally get everybody to do the conga line on the plane.
Which is
I mean,
crazy.
everybody on a commercial flight. Yeah. Like they can't stop you unless it starts getting like rowdy. I think that's when it.
There was a point where we got freaked out because the conga line went all the way to the back of the plane. So I think all of our brains thought it was like tilting.
on our plane, we got to meet Alex Earl.
Was she nice?
She was really nice.
Very
She
nice.
was
Yeah,
very
very
personable. She hustler, right? Constantly filming, constantly taking content,
She's
constantly
just
taking pictures.
a natural.
Yeah.
A natural.
And she has like a really fun personality too. I was really surprised. I wasn't expecting that.
She doesn't live out here, right? Doesn't she go to school or?
She lives in
Amazing.
Florida. She goes to school in Florida,
Yeah.
but she's from New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So her and her like 4 friends, one of it was her sister. Four friends and her got to come and be at the guest compound.
oh, fine.
Yeah. So I think it was just us and then Ricky and Denzel.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It was fun. We got there.
We got there.
We got assigned our houses.
Did you guys have the best? Were there better houses than the other
I wouldn't
houses, or were
say
they
they're
They're all
equally
pretty much
nice?
the same,
It's
just different layouts.
Slightly different layouts.
Yeah.
Was y'all's the same one as last year? It looked like it was the same one.
No.
It was a different house on the compound.
All compounds are the same, like marble, same counter, same cab. They're all the same houses.
The big difference is like the pool. Some of them have them like in the front, some are in the back, different shapes. Some had like a underground like barbecue area and like a walkway across
Yeah.
like a fire pit.
But relatively
They were just, like,
the same.
I don't know if we talked about this last year. Are these houses real people's houses who just rented them out, or is this just like they always have these houses to
One
rent out to
guy
people?
built the compound and
but no,
rents it out.
I don't know. Nobody lives in
Nobody-
these houses.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Same. Our house too was not someone's house. It was
Yeah.
the gated community's rental house.
It's funny. It kind of like outside of it, it looks like a cold compound, like a cold compound.
Just a
it's
black
very,
light.
it's very like picture perfect.
Yeah,
Every
outs-
house is like looks exactly
outside
the
of Coachella, like every other day of the year, if people lived in there, you'd be like, this must be either a family,
Yeah.
or a husband with multiple wives.
same.
Okay.
They
They
kinda
just
like
they
the-
just copied and pasted
Yeah.
every house.
Now,
Yeah.
what amenities did you have? You said you had a chef.
So we had a
Yeah.
chef and
Yeah.
a personal like assistant basically who was like helping around the house. Like he'd be like, you guys want a drink, a snack?
The 3 of us would try to like help out a little bit.
And you know Mariah, she's cleaning every 5 seconds.
I-
she couldn't stand to
They
see
offered me a job. They did.
The next weekend.
them. Honestly,
Did.
Mariah,
I'm
next
working weekend too.
Right,
there
you
a
should.
guest?
You should.
Are they
I would
doing?
love it.
Are they doing it all over again for weekend two? The guest
No,
people?
no.
No.
Oh,
Oh, but
Yeah,
the
but they really took care of us. The chef, I
Chef
don't know
was-
what he's doing in that kitchen.
unbelievable.
because you'd be like breakfast burrito. He'd be like done.
yeah,
Like,
but it wasn't.
It-
It wasn't a breakfast burrito.
Matt,
It wasn't.
Nah.
I asked for scrambled eggs. I'm on a no egg kick right now because we were egged out. We have a lot of eggs going on in this house.
Yeah.
So I haven't had eggs in like months.
yeah.
I asked for his scrambled eggs. Every day I needed scrambled eggs like 2 times a day because I don't know what I asked for eggs and salt and pepper.
He's
they
doing
were
it that
the
way.
best.
Yeah.
There was just like his heart was just in it.
You know what? I bet you he put a little lemon in it.
Something.
A little lemon makes an egg.
It was just crazy, like basic foods that you have all the time and you can make at your house,
Just elevated.
but just elevated to the point where I was like, what am I doing
Yeah,
different?
Right.
because when you look in the fridge, it's basic ass shit. There's nothing different in that.
Yeah.
There's nothing different in the spices that he's using. It's just
And he was so nice on
Yeah,
top of it. He
super
would just
friendly.
tell us stories. It was funny because when he would be cooking breakfast in the morning, he'd get there at like 7 a.m. and some people would still be partying. So he said he'd be looking up and getting all the tea from around everybody, and he'd be pretending like not to hear, and then he'd tell everybody like this person did this and this.
yeah, yeah.
They-
It was really
they were
funny.
taking shots at like 8 a.m. still.
Yeah,
partying.
yeah. It was
Like,
really
that's
funny.
So funny.
But before we get to the festival, Matt, your perspective.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, Shopify.
Ooh, you should know what that means already, baby. That's the best kind of notification.
Shopify is the e-commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide.
Whether you're selling clothes, jewelry, shoes, whatever, Shopify simplifies selling online and in person so you can focus on successfully growing your business.
And Shopify covers every sales channel from in-person POS system to an all-in-one e-commerce platform. It even lets you sell across social media marketplace like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.
Packed with industry-leading tools ready to ignite your growth, Shopify gives you complete control over your business and your brand without having to learn any new skills in design or code.
And thanks to 24/7 help and an extensive business course library, Shopify is there to support your success every step of the way.
And as you guys know, Heath and I do have a coffee company called Cremota, and we do run the company through Shopify, and it has literally everything you need all in one deck. It's so simple. Anybody can use it.
That's right. And now it's your turn to get serious about selling and try Shopify today.
So if you guys want to be like us and try Shopify, you can sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/unfiltered, all lowercase.
Again, all you got to do is go to shopify.com/unfiltered to take your business to the next level.
Again, that's shopify.com/unfiltered.
All lowercase. Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
What's going on in your perspective?
Wait, like up to me and what I was
Well, yeah,
doing?
because
like your house.
Yeah, your house. Like, what was your situation?
Well, y'all stayed in the guest house. I stayed guest
Originals.
Oh, everyone
Thank you.
kept asking me, so what's the guest house like? And I'd be like, we don't have one. And they're like, no, they thought like they wanted to know everything y'all were up to. That was like
gotcha.
a top question. No, I stayed at the Pretty Basic House.
Woo!
Which is Remy and Alicia and all of their friends and Patricia and I and Jack Cook and Mallory.
We stopped by there last year. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. It was
Yeah.
a good house. They had also just like done Hawaii like big time for
Yeah.
like Alicia's wedding or Alicia's birthday. Anyways,
Everyone's like,
no, it was a great house. We got there on Thursday. Crazy sandstorm coming in to Coachella.
Oh,
like,
really?
You could not see down the road, like
Damn.
driving.
Really?
It was like a snowstorm, full on. Getting
wow, I did
there.
not hear about
And
that.
I was
I
like,
did not either.
somebody is going. I was curious if you guys were flying over, if you were just going to see
The
all of
wind
the
was
dust
insane.
no, not when we
When we flew in,
really.
yes.
Oh,
on that Thursday. It was terrible.
That's because
Oh,
they,
yeah,
they
it was
couldn't do the
really windy that-
helicopters. Remember,
Yeah.
Blade was shut down
you're
because it was so windy that they couldn't even
Oh,
land a
wow.
helicopter.
Oh, you're right. I actually remember that. Okay.
The most beautiful thing about the house was that how close we were to the festival.
Oh, that's good.
But it was so close where even if like you wanted to get an Uber, the Ubers couldn't take you to the festival.
So it wasn't close enough to walk.
It was like a 40-minute walk. It was also like a 25-minute walk. The moment you got there, it was the entrance to like the
Right.
parking
Yeah,
lot. So you
okay.
still had another walk, but it was the first day. I was even looking at the map. I'm like, we should walk. So I'm like saying the most like primitive things compared to you guys.
You know what I would
I would've
do?
walked.
You know what I would do? I would have this sign on me and be like $30 or something to if you're driving, you have nobody in your car, just take us. Or unless you're saying it was so much
Dude,
traffic.
we got in an Uber because like the first day I was like, guys, there's no way that we should just walk. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, we're gonna get an Uber. We got an Uber. We went around for like a whole. Right when we got to the corner of like our neighborhood, they're like, nope, you had to have like the VIP pass thing for your car. If you're in a standard
yeah.
Uber, you had to go all the way around.
Oh, my
And so
God.
we were in that for like an hour, and then we go right back to where we were. And they goes, I should probably let y'all out. So we like burned $60, but
we say this every year. They got to figure out that
But
street
it's
situation.
because we were so close to the festival. If
Yeah.
we were further away,
Right.
we would have been able to zip in no problem.
Okay.
It's just right where the VIP entrance was where our neighborhood was.
All right.
So that was like a little annoying. So it was a walk, but it was actually so super convenient because every day people in our house would wait for an Uber to go home because they thought the walk was so long. And Patricia and I would be home like that.
That's a nice walk.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like a New York walk. Like
Yeah,
no
it's not
problem.
bad.
A few years ago when we were at that Fanjoy house, I remember we like walked
Oh,
back
we
every,
did.
right?
Yeah.
Were you with us at the Fanjoy house?
I can't even. Yes, I stayed at the Fanjoy
that
house.
was really nice because that was like walking distance. That was perfect. That house was great.
I went to a really cool party though during the day.
I already
so
know what it was. I was so jealous.
Remy was talking about it. Remy had a brand deal with Captain Crunch, and she's like, "There's a Captain Crunch party," and I go, "That sounds quirky and
She's
fun."
iconic.
And then I go,
My
"Where
girl.
is it?" She goes, "At Margaritaville," and I go,
No
say
way.
that again." So I'm like, "You're telling me that there's a Captain Crunch 60th birthday party at the Margaritaville, and it's all Captain Crunch themed?" I was
those
I
people
DM'd
planning
Captain
it must have
Crunch.
been high.
I DM'd Captain Crunch and I'm like, can I please come party with the captain? And sure enough, they said, yes, absolutely. I tell Remy, I go, I got invited. She goes, you're coming with me.
Period.
Patricia was like, you go ahead. We get there. Renee Rapp is performing and singing. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Renee Rapp.
She plays like Regina George on Broadway or did, and she's going to be in the new
yeah.
movie. A lot of
Yeah,
Broadway
yeah.
heads love her. And then Anderson Paak performed as DJ Pee Wee, which is like his alternate ego. You know, Bruno Mars does his little, they put on the wigs. He's DJing. Renee Rapp singing. They bring out the captain. They have a whole Captain Crunch cake for him.
That's
they shoot
sick.
blue powder out of the cannons. It was the heart of the American dream. We were laughing our butts off. And I thought it was so much fun because like a lot of like Coachella pre-parties you go to, it's all so serious. It's people who are just like, it's there for the fashion.
Right.
All of that. It was the quirkiest, funnest time we had. So that was a really fun party.
I
sound like a
I just gotta say, Captain Crunch is so, like to this day is the best cereal. it takes every cereal on that aisle.
The berries, the berry one.
Zane,
The different ones that they had.
next year, Captain Crunch Compound.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, each house is different cereal.
You're onto something.
The Lucky Charms house.
But you know what I learned? You know who owns Captain Crunch? It's not Kellogg's. It's not General
It's
Mills.
Will Vicky.
It's Pepsi. Pepsi owns Captain Crunch, and I was
Really?
curious, what other cereals do they own?
I'm
It's
hiding my
just
coat.
Captain Crunch, and they own all of Quaker Oats. Captain Crunch is like Pepsi's only cereal.
I feel like that's so random.
You know what?
Why
I
do they
never
even
liked Coke. It was always Pepsi. Pepsi,
Yeah.
you know, Pepsi was always
Yeah,
number one.
All that cool stuff about cherry Coke we were talking about. I didn't mean it.
That's sick though.
So that was very fun. And
That's really cool.
I didn't see you guys until like
The last
Saturday
second,
at like
yeah.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
I know.
Y'all were also so. The thing is, that
We're
was
30 minutes away.
That's the
Yeah.
only thing I would say about our house.
We're so
We
far.
were so close to the festival. So the thought of like going I could see you guys on the map.
Yeah.
Y'all were much further away.
Yeah,
So
it is far. That was like the only con was how far it was. It's just
Yeah.
like nobody wanted to come to us.
at my house, we had a fun group of people and a great community and culture at our house. Let's just say that. And I think I can say it. No, it's a good friend.
what did you do? What did you do,
It's a
Matt?
good group of gay guys at our house. And they start they're all like about like doing poppers and like they're like I was like I've never done
What's
poppers.
a popper?
Oh, you don't know what poppers are?
No.
Okay, so you've never like seen them like selling them at like gas stations and stuff. They're really popular.
I thought they only sell them at like sex stores.
They do sell them at sex
They
stores.
sell them
But
at gas
least
stations?
at smoke shops and stuff. They do. There's usually like a
Wait, I
in
thought
West Hollywood
popper-
they do.
Wait, I thought poppers were.
It almost seems like you're sniffing like nail polish remover, but it's a very liquidy thing.
Okay.
I've always known what they've looked like, and I know that they're popular in certain communities because they really release your.
It looses your.
Is it like those? What are those smelling salts?
It's this right here.
It's these.
Danger, do not use.
Danger, do not
Well, I
sniff.
was like, oh, I love 5 hour energy.
They do look like 5-hour energies. Wait, popper?
no.
I don't know if you remember this from like season 2, season 1, but I did them with David and Todd one time. We were in West Hollywood and we went to a sex store and we did them with, I forget who it was. We were just
You
just
did
all
them in the
there.
store?
We did it in the store. The
Wait,
guy was
what
just
is
like,
it
oh yeah, just do them in the
for?
store.
What is it initially for?
That.
It's like taking like a. I
You
want to
get-
say whippets. Whippets are way more intense.
It
but
like makes you lightheaded, right?
makes you lightheaded, gets you a little loose.
But why
It's great
is it?
for like
why is
when
it?
you're on drugs.
Why is it gay?
I think it relaxes your butt
butthole.
muscle.
Your butthole, which I was nervous about because I was like,
Why
am
is
I
it
gonna?
gay?
It helps ease the
right.
flow of anal sex.
All right.
But I was really worried about it. I'm like, am I gonna shit my pants? And they're like, and that's what I was so nervous about. I'm like, we're in the kitchen. There's like all these people around. Anyways, they finally give it to me. I smell it, and you know what? I'm expecting like the jolt of smelling salts.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
And I'm like, this just smells like nail polish remover. Whatever. That was really underwhelming. And then I'm sitting there
And
talking.
then I'm on the roof.
And then I'm bent over.
I'm sitting there talking, and all of a sudden I just feel my body just go warm, like hot, like I go red, and then I'm like lightheaded. And I'm like, oh my god! And
sniff
all
it
of
too
them are
much?
looking at me like, you feel it?
Did
No,
you
I-
sniff it too much? Because you were
No,
like,
I just the onset of the effects hit you usually like after like 30, 40 seconds of hitting it. It's not
Oh my gosh.
immediate. And I was like, whoo, tingly and really enjoying myself.
I remember our like, first or second year at Coachella, we were car camping and we were car camping next to our section was a group of gay guys that were all like staying at like fun dudes. They had a big tent and we just hear them the night just
busted.
it was the
We were like
funniest
joking.
shit.
We were like, these gays are trying to kill me. Like quoting White Lotus.
That's
Anyways,
really funny.
How long did it last?
I would say like a minute.
Oh, okay.
It gave me like the worst headache. And I don't get headaches very often. I had a headache like lingering in my head all throughout the day after I
You
did
just
it.
gotta
only-
let it work, sweetheart.
It only lasts a minute. So what's the point? Like, did you just try it just for fun? I thought you would
yes.
like get like a high and then you would go to the festival.
Oh no!
I
It's
thought it
more
was
of a
like,
thing.
I don't know.
It's just long enough to get it in.
It's just like
Brian-
a way to punctuate like
Brian, next
your-
year, I kind of want to try Papa's before going to
So
the
I heard
main
a lot about
stage.
these poppets.
I'd give it a shot. If someone had them,
The
like, give them
Poppet
a
House.
shot.
The Pop Pound.
So I did some poppers, and then went to the festival. I didn't do like any like drugs at all the whole time though. I just
really good.
I just drank. I
Good
just
for you.
drank the
Matt,
whole
you know
time.
What? You're a warrior.
Thank you. First night we went. Who performed on the first night?
What's it?
The only
We saw
people,
Blink 182.
I was
there.
They announced last minute.
Yes,
That
that
they
was
were
so
performing.
cool. We actually, once you posted, I realized that we could have actually met up with you, but that was the next day after I saw your post.
What do you mean when I posted?
At Blink 182, did you
Yes,
not post
I-
at Blink 182?
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
think so. I was with.
I saw,
saw
you,
where
I
you
saw
were.
where you were. I was like, oh, we could have definitely like.
Oh, I
it
think
was
y'all
just
were
so
going to be like
close.
artists, and you guys were going to be like super up close.
No,
we
there's
were in
actually
the
no
very
artists
back.
at Sahara tent.
Yes, there is.
There is.
Yeah, because I went and saw Mulata in.
Why do we listen to Todd? Todd the whole time was saying
Well,
that there
also
was
there was a bunch of people in our group that didn't have artists, so it's
Yeah.
kind of just like we just want to make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
everybody's
I
together.
forgot.
They underestimated the amount of people that were going to be at Blink 182 though.
I know.
It was-
Oh,
They
they
should
had.
have been main stage.
From the get
It
go.
was a lot of people.
It was really fun though.
I actually think it was more hype because it was such a surprise performance. I
Yeah.
think it just made it.
I didn't know it was a surprise. I thought it had been on the lineup the whole time,
No.
and I was like, I didn't really.
It was
they
like a
announced it,
surprise
like,
the day before.
The day before.
It was something like that. But they were amazing and they were hilarious too.
Oh, they were
on stage.
they
really
were
took that
very
stage.
like it was like a full show. They were
Yeah.
very entertaining the whole time, but it was really good.
I
And-
will say phone service was much better this year.
Dude,
I could
so
make-
much
I
better.
had
calls.
LTE the whole time.
Yeah.
I was posting everything.
I was watching The Office.
It was
everything.
didn't-
crazy.
I
Why?
always just accept that it's going to be bad, so like I'm just only taking pictures. I'm never like on anything.
We just
while-
like because we're losing people quite a few times, and we were able to call them pretty immediately. Like call failed barely.
I just don't understand why in the festival they have these giant poles. I don't understand why they don't put colored flags at the top of
Oh
them.
my God,
Label
bro.
them A B C D E.
They do.
But no, they don't.
No,
in
it's
the
like-
parking lot they do.
No,
Not at the festival.
The towers on the main stage have it's all there's numerical.
No. We weren't saying that. We were saying why isn't each light pole a
a
completely
different color. So it's like go to the yellow pole, go to
Yeah,
the blue
they're-
I
pole.
they
guess
should-
at dark, but I guess when it gets dark, you can't see the colors.
Yeah, you can't. You
yeah,
can't see
they
anything.
have there's
They
like
have lights.
there's one ball of light on the top of each
And it's
pole.
blue.
They're all the
Yeah.
same color.
Yeah,
But dude,
they're all
imagine
blue.
you're
Yeah.
able to look up and be like, just go to the pink light.
I
Yeah.
I think they don't give you checkpoints to find each other, so you walk around more.
And then because the
And
meetup
you
spot
run
is
you
is
run
at the
into
bar.
food, you run into stages, you run into drinks, and like they make it hard to find your
you
friends.
think so? You see, I would think that they want everybody to be with their friends all the time.
Zane, it's a business. They
I don't
want
think-
I
it's
don't
like,
think
it's
there's
like
business
being
in
at a
that.
grocery store. They put the children's stuff at the bottom shelf so the kids can see it.
No, I thought you were about to say they have the children always walk around so the children can be with their parents. It's business.
It's all strategic.
Think about it. Whenever we wanted to find somebody, it was meet at the bar, and then we'd all go grab drinks, and then
Right.
wait until we saw them, and then we'd go back into the grass, and then you'd be like, all right, let's meet up with everybody again.
do
You
make
go
it
to the
very
bar, you
hard.
get drinks.
That energy though in the VIP area by the steps is such a fucking scene.
It's like high school.
I don't.
Zane
yes.
was like, "Are we at a college campus?"
It's like a cafeteria.
I feel like I'm a seventh grader
Yes.
walking around sometimes because everyone's just trying to look amazing.
Oh
you
my
see
God.
these popular people. You're
Matt, and they've made it now where that center VIP area is the area to be, right?
Yeah.
You go to that area, you know you're seeing at least 18 people by the time you get there.
Yes.
And there's pockets. There's like, what is it? 2 pockets, right? There's that bar and this
Yeah.
bar. And it's crazy how it's become like a
and there's
cafeteria
all
in that
like
area.
the influencers who already think they're hot shit, and then there's like an Oscar-winning actor just walking around, and
I
then
was
you're
gonna
like,
say,
mother of God.
I can't believe the celebrities you run into in both general admission and
And
VIP.
VIP.
It's
Yeah.
we saw Emma Roberts at the bar. I was like,
It's like in Finding Nemo, like the world of fish, like everybody
Yeah.
is just like in
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
own thing, and then suddenly there's the big shark that goes by, and then
Yeah.
But it's so funny to see how low key just A-list celebrities are, but then those like TikTok influencer, they're just in their loud fucking outfits, just trying to get all the attention to them because it's
really funny.
It's really, really funny. But and those A-list celebrities, they're I feel like 10 times easier to just go up to in that setting. Yeah.
You see anybody cool just walking around?
Well, Emma Roberts.
I think Emma Roberts
cool.
was pretty much the big. I saw Leo at an after party.
Whoa!
But I feel like we see him. I feel like I've seen him a lot.
I looked over my shoulder at Labyrinth and Jared Leto was like right by me. I was like, oh my gosh, looking like Jesus. Just
we saw him last year in the pizza line.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, Noom.
Trends and fads come and go, especially when it comes to health and wellness.
And Noom is not a fad. They use psychology, not trends, to help you make intentional and sustainable choices that are aligned with your values and weight loss goals.
Exactly. With their psychology-based approach, Noom empowers you to build more sustainable habits and behaviors.
And their program helps you understand the science behind your eating choices and why you have cravings.
Yep, and everyone's journey is different, so your daily lessons are personalized to you and your goals.
And with scientific principles like cognitive behavioral therapy, they're going to help you understand your relationship with food.
So whatever your health goals are, the flexible program focuses on progress instead of perfection. Choose your level of support from 5-minute daily check-ins to personal coaching.
And remember, progress is rarely a straight line, and off days are totally okay. Noom will help you get right back on track.
And get this, first-time Noomers lose an average of 15 pounds after being active in the program for 16 weeks, and 95% of customers say Noom is a good long-term solution.
And again, Noom's approach is grounded in science, and they've published 50 peer-reviewed scientific articles describing their methods and its effectiveness.
Exactly, so stop chasing health trends and build sustainable, healthy habits with Noom's psychology-based approach.
And all you got to do is sign up for your trial today at noom.com/unfiltered. That's NOOM.com/unfiltered to sign up for your trial today.
And also check out Noom's first ever book, The Noom Mindset, a deep dive into the psychology of behavior change, available to buy now wherever books are sold.
Thank you so much, Noom, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
I had kind of a crazy interaction. It just kind of like fell in front of me. I'm watching Porter Robinson. Love that song Sad Machine. He's a cool DJ, has an awesome band. It's, probably around like 4 p.m. or whatever. I'm like jamming out and I'm already like at my favorite point in the song. Already had like met like a couple of the listeners of the podcast. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. This girl comes right up to me. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan. And I'm like, oh, hi, yeah, thank you so much. And like, she's with her like 2 friends. They're like looking at me and I'm like, hi, nice to meet all you guys. I get to the third girl. I'm like, they're telling me their names, and the other girl's like, I'm Camila. And I'm like, nice to meet you.
Oh my gosh.
3 girls come up. They're like, oh my gosh, we love the podcast so much. And I'm like, thank you so much. And I'm like, getting all of their names. And the third girl in the group is Camila Cabello. Camila Cabello. I was like, nice to meet you, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. And then like I look and I'm realizing who I'm talking to in just such a quick moment. I was like, oh my gosh.
She watches us?
I guess so.
I wish I was there because I've been waiting to accidentally run into her to tell her I have some of her clothes by accident.
What?
Oh, like the Whitney Cummings situation?
Wait, what Whitney Cummings situation?
Her shit has been sent to my house before, like my old house.
No, it's like more of a personal connection.
Oh, got it.
So we have a mutual friend, and last Coachella, our friend was going to weekend 2. So she was like, can I borrow some of your clothes from weekend 1? I said, yeah, absolutely. So I threw it in a bag, gave it to her. She gave me the bag back, but some clothes in there weren't mine. And I was like, whose are these? And she goes, oh my God, those are Camila's. Like, you just keep them. It's fine. I'm like, are you sure? I was like, I could just give them back to you. So I have like 3 of her shirts.
Mariah took it.
So I have 3 of her shirts. I did.
Do you think she would, if you told her this, and I'm not like dismissing it, do you think she'd either be just like, oh my God, would love to get, that's hilarious. Or she'd be like
kind of weirded out.
And I'm sure the way Mariah would have said it would have been like pretty funny.
If we were in the environment of Coachella, I would have no problem saying it. But if we were on the street on like Melrose, I probably
I have your clothes.
Camila, wait, I have your shirt. I have your
Mariah, you bring it like day 3. You're like, hey, I got them right here. Like, you want to take these?
Or like the hat at the meet and greet. By the way, I have nuts.
Are her friends gonna see this?
I don't know. Hopefully, it was really great. It was so nice meeting him.
Yo,
It
look,
just-
Camarilla can be, if you want to come.
Camarilla, come in.
Come on, Camarilla. You should be right. You be in that seat, be our guest. We have a great grand time.
That is actually crazy.
Were you in VIP section for that, or were you just in GA?
VIP section, yeah. Yeah, I was in VIP.
I was so jealous of the people just running into Justin Bieber. He was in his own world.
He wasn't staying with you guys or anything?
He was at the house next to us.
Yeah.
It is funny though seeing how VIP is pretty much GA and GA is just like kind of like
VIP was packed.
it's
this year.
because the GA section clear, right? And like
You can go up and get a beer like
the
that.
bar section just like that, but the VIP we were trying to get into the VIP section. It looked like the entire festival was trying to get
Yeah.
into that.
Funneling through one gate, and you have to scan your
Yes.
wrist. So it was like 100 people all trying to pack and like fit into this one tiny little.
We're all being like tossed around like that. I look Phineas tossed around, just trying to get into this VIP. I was like, what is going on at this festival? They need why is there two tiny ass gates in the whole festival to get into this?
You know what I
Yeah.
also realized this year is that you know how they have like the beer garden, and that's where you got to have your drink. They do not care if you walk out with your drink, though.
They do.
Dude, every time I
Every time
walked out,
they're like,
Oh,
they
yeah,
always told us,
they
they said to
stopped
finish
us.
it.
this year seemed like pretty lax because every time I walked through it, they didn't care.
Well, next
Yeah.
year you're allowed to walk around with drinks.
Thank goodness.
So maybe some people, like some workers that you ran into, thought it was this year because they stopped them every time.
Wow.
But next year they're allowed to. I think they're taking notes from Stagecoach because Stagecoach is so lenient.
But there's also much less people there too.
That's true,
But I
yeah.
think doing that is smarter for Coachella because it kind of it doesn't make the VIP part too packed.
yeah.
Because the
people
reason why people
can
are
only
there
stand there, and it's pretty small.
Exactly.
But I was recommending people that had VIP or what's the other one, artists.
Yeah.
I was telling them you might as well get food and drinks in general admission because there's so much more.
Yeah.
There's like 100 food stands. There's different bars.
Yeah, all those
VIP
food
has like
stands.
2 bars and 2 food stands.
Yeah.
Like go to general admission. There's so many more options.
The next day, we didn't go to the festival at all. We just skipped it.
I can't believe that.
Which is crazy. We kept the whole house just didn't go except for David. He like went with.
Were you all just like hung over, just felt like you saw it all?
No, I think we were just overwhelmed.
We
had like
were just like we did it last night. It was a lot of fun. I think we really just wanted to enjoy the house.
And there was nobody that we like were dying to see. Everybody was kind of just like, I don't really need to go.
I wouldn't have minded going because I wanted to see Blackpink.
That was
Bro,
the
I-
other one.
My friends performed.
Oh, were they
with
dancing?
Blackpink, yeah.
Blackpink for me was like the best main stage
Bro,
show.
it looked crazy
They
on
put
TikTok.
on a show.
I'm not that familiar with like K-pop, and I know
Yeah, me
Blackpink
too.
is big. It was the most, I don't know, intense, most modern, like advanced performance I've ever
That's how you
seen.
perform a main stage show. That's how you do
if
it.
you're going to Coachella, that's how you.
And
gotta
I
do
know
it.
the thing is that I know K-pop production. They are so. I feel like they're so specific. Every time I see any music video, any performance, anything, you know that like they put in so much time and blood.
Yeah,
and
they go
sweat
above
and
and
tears.
beyond.
Above and beyond. Yeah.
And Blackpink is really good at spotlighting the members of the band and letting you know who's who.
Yes.
Like I felt like I was like a fangirl. Like, ooh, I like Rose the most. Who do you guys like?
Yeah, but that's what's cool about K-pop is like you don't have to listen to them to become
the
a
show.
fan and enjoy the show because they're so like inclusive.
They market the members. There's not
Yeah.
like the Beyonce or the Justin Timberlake
Yeah.
of the group. It is like this one, and each one of them has their own song. And when they're on, they put out their name like they're or
That's
they
so
just remind
cool,
you who
yeah.
it is.
I know people walked by that had no idea who they were. They were just like, "Ooh,
Damn.
I'm watching this."
Yeah.
like it was just they catered to like people that had no idea who they were. And when
Yeah.
I saw that on TikTok, I
know.
was like,
It would have been fun.
Damn, that would have been fun
But I
to
know
see
we
that.
were overwhelmed that day. We were
Yeah.
just like, okay, let's figure out what we need to actually get done today.
Yeah. And so we just stayed back. You enjoyed the festival. Anything crazy happened during the day, or you're just kind of like enjoying it?
Labyrinth was
Oh my
I
God,
missed
bro, that one too.
Labyrinth. I heard that one was the best. I know.
I honestly, you know what? I didn't even look at the lineup. I was just like,
I know. I was got word of mouth.
and I saw Labyrinth on it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love Labyrinth for his Euphoria stuff. I love
Yeah.
that song Jealous by him. And I know he has a whole bunch of other stuff. And I had like my expectations, like expecting, he may do a couple of Euphoria things and then maybe do some Euphoria or whatever. What did I say? He might do some Euphoria stuff, and then he might do most of his own individual music.
Yeah.
He did a lot of the Euphoria stuff. His stage was almost like this Superman-esque.
Yeah.
He had like this choir singing with
It looked
him.
so sick.
And it was pretty cool because like we were like standing there, we were on the side, and I look over, and sure, we run into like Phineas and Claudia, and like there was Benny Blanco and like Jesse, and I'm like, oh, what's up, guys? And then I'm realizing, oh, wait, Billy has that song with Labyrinth, and Billy's not with him. She's gonna come out. And when she came out on stage, dude, the crowd roared so loud in that moment, and they sing that.
Because she's like the biggest, like the past 2 years, she was like the biggest like main stage performance, like the whole festival.
Was she probably the coolest person to be brought out this year? You know how every performer brings somebody out?
I would say so.
Who else was brought out?
But what was really cool is she made the moment like really still all about like Labyrinth, like the way she just was looking at him, and she was just like, this moment is for you, bro. I'm not. She was so good about that.
She's probably one of the most grounded like artists out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we were just moved to tears by that. That was
really
incredible. Cool. And then Charlie XCX.
Oh,
dude,
man, I didn't even know
honestly, that was we should have done Saturday instead of Friday.
Saturday was the day to go.
Yeah, we should have skipped Friday.
Charlie XCX was so fun because it was also kind of like still during like the day. The light was still out. She brought the house down.
Should we go Saturday just for one day?
We go to the day we missed. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
That would not be a bad idea.
Make up for it.
After that,
and then I finally ran into you guys at the
Neon.
No, I didn't go to Neon. I had already because I wanted to go to y'all's party instead.
We actually went there early and then left early to go to the other party. But the Neon party, it was great. It was much bigger than like the year before, so that was cool. But the problem is that tequila was promoted everywhere. Tequila, really? 1942, and there was no tequila anywhere. No bar had tequila.
Wait, what?
All they had was vodka, and everybody.
Oh, weird.
And no beers. There was no beers, no tequila.
No.
It was just vodka. All you drink was vodka. And everyone's like, bro, I can hear everybody around.
Interesting.
Everybody here around is complaining. And I'm like, bro, this is so bad.
Neon has always been kind of overrated in my eyes. I've never gone there and been like, this is so dope.
Heath and I did not get invited.
It's all right.
You have to find somebody that
gets
we
you.
don't have that connection. We don't talk to anybody.
We
like
also
that.
like went to bed at midnight.
Oh my god! Every night
night
we were in bed at like the after parties were not crazy about going, but for me personally, like Neon Carnival, I just love carnivals.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do the games and the rides. Like that's what I want to go for. But Zane told us about Neon, and I was like,
honestly, when you're
That's
there and
really
you see that
funny.
like zipper ride, you're like, I don't
janky.
want to go.
I don't know. I like a challenge.
I don't think I want to go on that
That's
one.
really funny.
That's what happened last year. They ran out of like beers and stuff like an hour into
Maybe
it.
weekend 2 is the weekend to go because they learn from their mistakes
they get
weekend
their shit
1.
together.
Because weekend 1, something always goes wrong.
Oh yeah, and they definitely have a powwow in
Yeah,
between
yeah,
that. They're
yeah,
like, we
yeah.
gotta.
Yo, you know what I heard about Neon, and this happened to some guys who were staying at our house. They said they felt like that they were almost about to get sex trafficked after Neon.
What? Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, DoorDash.
Burn your last piece of toast? Avocado's gone bad? Or is the hot sauce bottle empty? Try grocery delivery from DoorDash. You'll get everything you want delivered when you need it right to your door.
You've trusted DoorDash to deliver your restaurant favorites, and now you can get grocery delivery that actually delivers too.
With thousands of grocery stores to choose from, you'll find the best in your neighborhood and boost your local economy with each and every order.
And you're going to get exactly what you ordered, or they'll make it right. So sit back and enjoy quality groceries just like you picked them yourself.
And want even more value? You can save on all your grocery and restaurant favorites with a $0 delivery fee on all eligible orders with a Dash Pass membership.
With easy substitutions right in the app and the best-in-class customer support, DoorDash delivers groceries exactly how you want it.
So get 50% off your first DoorDash order up to a $10 value when you use code, look at that, baby, Heath at checkout.
Don't forget it, baby. That's code Heath for 50% off your first order with DoorDash.
That's 50% off up to $10 on a 15 minimum subtotal and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code Heath.
Thank you so much, DoorDash, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
And remember, limited time offer, terms apply.
They were like getting like cornered and like lured into a car. Like they were getting
What?
stalked out by like
you're
these,
saying like different people.
you know
leaving
that
the
like
festival?
red flag about getting trafficked is you see someone who's like on a phone and is like following you and
Yes.
keeping track of your movements.
Yeah.
That's how it was, and like the way they were lining up these cars towards
No
them, and a lot. And there's a whole
Getting
thing
out of there is
Wait, don't you have to have a certain pass to even be there, or anybody can be in that like pickup section?
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't
You just
know.
you just
can
need to
just-
have a bracelet to go in. You don't need like a parking validation or.
And
No,
the
I'm talking about the cars. The
yeah,
cars
you don't
that are
need you don't need like a parking.
weird.
The
thing.
Coachella Valley though is apparently notorious for like trafficking and stuff. Like
Oh.
there's like you can look up these like articles about it. There's been all these stories. People are also I think talking about it on Twitter the next morning.
Yeah.
And they even like the guys were so freaked out about what they witnessed. I wish I could tell their story like fully and better. They kind of explained it in the morning. But it was they were so freaked out by what they were experiencing with these guys like cornering them and trying to
Yeah.
get them into this car that they called and like reported it to like the
Oh,
Coachella
wow.
police
Yeah.
to let them know.
God.
Yeah, Heath was getting nervous, like seeing groups of girls walking out, and then they're just random people. They're not marked. There's no lanyards, no wristbands, nothing. They're like, "Do you need a ride?"
They're just like at the fence when you're like walking out like to get into the parking lot and like the buses area. There's people like guys along the fence. They're all like, "You need a ride. You need a ride. You need a ride," and they're not like part of a service or anything. It's just. I don't know if it's people that live there that are just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make some money.
Yeah.
So like the first guy came up to us and he's like, "Heath, you need a ride?" And I was like, he's like, "I'm a big fan. Do you need a ride?" And I was like, how much to go to Rancho? And he was like, $500. I was like,
500. They
I'm good.
They were overcharging on rides.
Yeah,
It was like
but it was funny because like the further away you walk, the cheaper it gets. So
Yeah.
like right by the security was 500, 400, 300. We made it down to like 150 and we were like, fine.
so we finally like start walking with this guy and like we're just like randomly following him into the parking lot. And I looked at her, I was like, honestly, this is kind of like sketch. Like I feel okay right now because I feel like I'm
Right.
like
No,
I would be able to protect, but there's a lot of girls that are like leaving in groups that are like doing drugs or getting like really
So what you're
drunk.
saying checks out.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, this
That-
is very kind of like this is sketch.
Yeah. Oh, and there was a time where we took a ride for like $350 because it was we were
don't have a choice
desperate. Yeah, you
sometimes,
haven't.
yeah.
You don't,
Oh, we did.
And we would take the ride, and they would drop us off right outside. Like there would be traffic, and they're like, "Okay, you can get that." I was like, we were with Jordan, and Jordan's like, three door to door. That's the service, and he was so pissed that like Jordan like stepped up and like
Yeah,
said
'cause he
that
knows the rules,
most
yeah.
people would just get
Yeah.
out. Like I would get out. Like
Right.
I wouldn't want to fight with the driver. I don't know what. But it was just
Jordan's a boss, though.
Door to door service, and it was great going around with David Drummond. I was anytime it was like because when you get a driver, 99% of the time it's weird, right? And I would be like, just letting you know, we got 5 guys and David's one of them. So if you're gonna try,
huge.
yeah, our
huge,
friend
dude.
David Drummond is giant.
I was like, you want to try anything? I just want to let you know that guy. He's riding with
He's
us.
gonna be in the backseat.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that I might look small, I might look weak, but this guy's with us.
We should pay David Drummond to be like our private security.
Private security.
Just dress in black every year. You can party with us, but dress in black.
What was the tea though that would happen at your house?
Oh, okay. No, it wasn't tea. It was actually really funny. So at Neon Carnival, I met this. We met these like 2 girls, and one of them was gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous, right? and I was talking to her. I was talking to her for
This
maybe
is
like
the first night.
okay.
Saturday night. This was Neon.
So it was Saturday.
Second night.
Yeah, I met her at Neon, and we were talking, good 25, 30-minute conversation, and then we parted ways. And I was like, damn it, I forgot her name, didn't get her number. That sucks, whatever. And then maybe like 45 minutes later, her friend walks up, and she's like, hey, you should talk to my friend. Like it was like one of those things that like, oh my gosh, I think she like brought me up. And I was like, oh my God, yes. So I saw her, we were talking the whole night. I was like, oh my God, this girl's great. Like beautiful. I'm gonna
marry this girl.
I'm gonna take her back to the compound. This is great. We go back to the compound. At this point, I think we were both like really drunk, right? Like it was just,
Yeah.
I just needed to go to bed. It was like a really bad, like it was a hard night of drinking that night. We split. She went home. I went to bed. Boom, done. Didn't get her number. Forgot again. Forgot to get her number again.
She's the one. I didn't get her number.
He was like,
Look,
does anybody know her name?
Look, I don't want to make me look like a fucking crazy psycho. It was just a
No,
girl that
but it
was
was
like
it was a
really
cute moment.
into-
Like
But
you're
for
at a
Zane to be
festival.
into somebody, it's rare.
Yeah, it's
very
I mean,
rare.
so
But
we
it's
were all
done.
taking
It's-
it seriously.
But it was just like one of those moments. I was hungover. I was still drunk.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I was telling this, let's go to everybody on the
Everyone knew.
Everybody knew.
I met a girl.
I was asking a friend to help this specific friend. I was like helping me find her, trying to find her like Instagram, found her number, contacted friends, whatnot, and then we found her. Or like, oh my God, yes, but I was never able to get her number, right? But he did find her name. I was like, okay, we'll just.
He was like helping out. He's like, I got you. We're gonna find your girl, right? So he's doing all the work. He's like, I found her. This is her. Like, we're gonna get you set up. Like, I got her for you.
And then the next night, we all come back to the compound. Great night or whatever. And I'm sitting there. Who comes strolling in the compound? The friend and the girl together.
Oh,
and then they go straight to the room.
I was like, there's no.
Yeah, bro. I'll help you find her. Don't worry.
I was like, there's no way, dude.
They're escorts.
No.
They're not escorts.
Sorry? No,
they're not escorts. The girl that was at Neon, she just
strolled in with our friend.
Oh,
our friend did not meet her that night. But he knew of her because I talked about her.
Because he was helping to find her for Zane.
And he took it for himself.
He found her.
Sweeped her.
Oh, he found her.
Yeah.
Oh,
baby.
no.
So this kid took Zane's girl.
And I was just like, my jaw to the floor.
And they were escorts.
They were escorts.
Well, I thought they were escorts because the way you were saying, like, oh, we're going to find her. Like, it ended up being like, and then I thought he went to the bedroom, like, with her. I don't know.
No, it was just. Yeah.
What if it was like the chef's like daughter? Like he was just like,
oh my gosh, imagine.
The chef's daughter. Yeah, but that was really funny.
Yeah,
You're
that's
fucking
so
cracking
funny.
up about that.
wow.
That was that night though.
And Frank Ocean came out, right?
Right. So we were waiting for Frank Ocean, and then we heard through the grapevine that he was a no-show.
Oh yeah,
I heard that too.
There was like bartenders and shit.
They were like, he's a no-show. He's canceling again, and we're like, oh my God, like. So we're like, all right, do we stick it out? Do we wait for him? Do we see? And then 10 o'clock rolls around when he's supposed to perform.
I did not know how big of fans people are about Frank Ocean. I didn't know it was like a cult like.
Well, he hasn't put out music.
Following.
He hasn't put out music. He hasn't performed since like 2017.
I just really I saw it right before he was about to start. People were crying. Like people were fucking crying. People were emotional. Yeah. Ella was so emotional. I had no idea that this.
Yeah, it's like Harry Styles.
Everybody is here right now.
That was the most packed I've seen main stage ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
So supposed to go on at 10 o'clock. So we're sitting there waiting. 10:30 rolls around, and we're all just like, "What is going? Maybe he is a no-show." And then
that's when I went crazy when I had to pee. I was like, is he 30 minutes late or is it gonna be an hour?
Right.
And I never ran so fucking fast.
Then it was 45 minutes late.
At this point, we're all together. Everybody's together. We've all found each other.
We're sticking it out. Not that we're not fans. There's obviously those hit songs that everybody loves that are amazing, but we didn't have to be there, but we were almost sticking it out to see the chaos if he didn't show up. I was so nosy and
once
curious.
it got to 45 minutes, I was like, I can't wait for the uproar.
The screen turned like Frank Ocean orange. It was like ready to go, and then suddenly it turned black. And there was little TVs that said Frank Ocean starts at 10:30, and that TV turned black. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's not showing up.
Like, this is
crazy.
crazy.
And then there was, at one point, the screens, I don't know if anybody noticed, but it said like left wing, right wing, center wing, or whatever it was called. Like, it was almost like someone's computer popped up on the screen. And
but then I was like, it kind of sucks because there was other people performing. Like, if you're going to be an hour late, like people could have seen another show on a different stage.
Right, because the sets are like an hour.
You're kind of like
wasting, that sucks. Yeah.
Which is like very rude, because you could have done other things.
And they weren't
very
playing,
rude.
And they weren't playing music in between. It was silent.
Dead silent.
Dead silent. You can hear the people in the front row speaking.
And then it was an hour and 5 minutes. He finally comes on.
Dude, I was so nosy. I was listening to everybody around
so
me,
curious
hearing
to see
what
if
they
that
were
was
saying
normal.
because this is their show right now.
Yeah.
And people were so confused, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Like people are starting.
I
to
felt
get
bad
really
for the people that
emotional already.
waited so long.
And then he started performing, and he's doing his thing. I think it's normal. Like he's just standing there not doing much. It seemed like he was hiding, and then I saw him starting to lip sync. I was like, this is really strange that he's lip syncing right now. And Ella
he's
was
just like letting the track play.
letting the track go, and then that was going on for a little bit, and then all of a sudden a DJ set for like 15, 20 minutes, and I'm looking at Ella, I had her on my shoulder, I'm looking at, and she's just like, what the fuck is this?
Well,
we
that
were
white Ferrari
gone.
that white Ferrari remix was kind of cool though.
I don't even know if we were there.
We left right away, so I didn't even. I wish I saw Ella on your
we
shoulders.
saw like the first 2 songs.
We left while the DJ set was happening. We were like, let's get out of here before we don't want to. Like,
but we were walking through the crowd, like everybody watching, and we just like kept hearing, like as we're like squeezing through people, it was like, what the fuck is this? This sucks. Like, what is going on? Like,
yeah,
yep.
And like,
it was very underwhelming when he came on. Nobody really cheered. Except for the people in the front row. It was dead silent when he came out.
And while we were leaving, we saw packs of people were all leaving from the stage. And I was like, damn.
That's horrible.
So
That's horrible.
sad.
And it's wild how he doesn't even seem like he feels bad about it.
Yeah,
kind of.
I know.
And
he pulled the plug on them filming it.
Yeah.
So you couldn't
he didn't
watch
let
it.
them play it live.
He pulled out merch.
But like he's always been this aloof of his artistry.
Yeah.
Everyone's always looking into things like, oh, is this a teaser for this album? Is this thing going to come? It's always had been that. And I had that kind of expectation where I'm like, it's either going to be amazing or he's going to like troll the whole thing.
Yeah.
Definitely trolled.
And
do you think even after all this, do you think this is still like a sign for something else?
I think it's a sign that we should never expect Frank Ocean to like ever perform ever. Like I think he should still work
Just
on
come
music,
out with music, and that's it.
release music when he wants to.
Yeah.
But like the devotion that you give to him is like always keep it at bay because you're never gonna get it from him.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I think the Blonde release was a great time in like 2016. That was pretty dope.
I think you should just, because his music's good, just let it
Music's
be good.
amazing.
You don't have to give any more.
But then
if it's going to be mediocre.
Do you think he like, I was just so curious. What is he sitting around doing with his friends after? Like, is he like, that was good, right? And do you think they're like, Frank? Or are they all like, no, man, that was fine. You did it the way you wanted to do it.
Do you think he's the type where he doesn't even go like on his like social media?
I don't know.
I think so. I think he's just extremely low key, like too low key.
But then also he like stopped early. Like you have to the cutoff.
Yeah, there's a
for
curfew.
performing, like where they can't go over the time. And then he knew that was coming up, and then still stopped before the time was up.
He didn't like ride it out as long as he can.
It's like, oh well, I guess
he just
I
cut
guess
it
that's
short.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like for all the fans that came to support him, I feel bad for the people that are like diehards, and that's what they got.
There isn't like an artistry thing that we're missing, right? That's
Like, was that like a beautiful like?
right? Are we missing something?
Well, I mean,
what are
those
they-
people didn't spend all their fucking money to be there. They got all the
Right.
time in the world and liberty of their lifestyle.
Like, I'm just curious of the conversations that are happening. You know what I mean? Like, if I was putting on a show, I know the conversations that you guys would be having with me. Like, I know what those
Yeah.
conversations would look like.
I think he knows what happened, and I think that's why he pulled out of Weekend 2.
And the saddest thing is, I think we pushed Frank Ocean so far away.
Like social media.
We're not gonna. I wouldn't even expect music from him in 5 to maybe 10 years. I think
with that reaction.
I could see Frank Ocean just being like, you know what, fuck them all. I'm done. Like he's not gonna be like, I gotta hit the studio and really prove
Redeem
myself.
I
think,
Yeah.
but I'll still love listening to Frank Ocean.
Right.
I really do. It's not like I'm like my just expectations for him. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not waiting up till midnight to watch anything that he drops.
Right.
Ever.
Interesting. It's an interesting take. Like it's
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on with them refunds for Coachella. Like, dude, that is probably a nightmare right now with them answering all
So
those
now,
fucking.
Weekend 2, he's not doing it. If you're not filled in, Blink 182 is taking
Okay,
the stage.
did you see? They just put it up 5 minutes before we started recording.
What?
They put up the lineup. They put Blink 182 for like an hour. TBA right after that.
Who's TBA?
They got somebody.
To be announced.
They got somebody.
Who do we
Which band
think?
is TBA?
I've never heard of this.
They would never put TBA.
It's gonna be somebody like The Weeknd.
Oh,
Like,
cool. That's
you know
cool.
was it when Frank canceled or Kanye canceled? It was like Swedish House Mafia The Weeknd, and it was like, all right.
No, but I don't
Wait,
think
Swedish House Mafia was the shit last year.
I don't think they're gonna have someone like that again. I think right now I think they really pick somebody that is.
It needs to be somebody,
Rihanna.
I want
Billy?
ASAP
Rihanna
Rocky.
won't do it.
ASAP Rocky would be insane.
A$AP Rocky would
He'd
be
a
pretty
good,
sick.
A good fill in for Frank.
They need like LMFAO.
Or it's gonna be like,
Oh my, if it's Pitbull, that would be crazy.
No.
dude,
for
the
you,
1975.
Because
No,
imagine Pitbull. I'm not thinking like just Pitbull. I'm thinking all the collabs he does, all those people coming out.
They'll be like, we are the world.
If the screen is just black here, Mr. Worldwide, and everybody just
It's bad, baby.
Oh.
They
I
have
saw
to-
someone doing or the what's their name? What's your favorite movie?
Oh,
School of Rock.
School of Rock is doing like a 20-year reunion, and everyone's like, put them on the main stage. I would die.
I'm guessing like an old rock band.
Wait, can we all make a guess? Do you want to
Yeah.
make your guesses and see
Yeah.
who it is?
So it's the main stage.
It's gonna be Blink and somebody.
No. Blink is
Blink
first, and then this
first,
person's
yeah.
right after Blink.
It's not somebody I want. I really
Say
do
it.
think it's going to be like an old rock band. It's going to be like AC/DC.
No.
Okay, no,
it could be
I don't.
older.
Right after Blink 182, I don't think so.
Oh
I think
my
the
gosh.
rock crowd's like already there. It's going to be somebody where like they want to entertain the crowd a little bit
Right.
more.
Baha Men.
Stupid.
Fuck, Matt, I get that.
Or
Yeah,
like
no, I
Guns
get
N'
it too.
Roses.
Oh,
It's going to
fuck.
be like some
Yeah.
like band where like I'm not going to
But you don't think. Oh, fuck,
Metallica.
okay, well, look, Frank Ocean fans, they know it. They're probably gone
That's
right
what I'm
now,
thinking.
right?
Are they going to cater to Frank Ocean fans,
Fans, or
and
they're
think
get-
that?
or it's going to
think
be
they
you
should.
two. It's going to be Coldplay.
get
it's gonna
them
be
outta here.
Coldplay.
It's gonna be Coldplay.
If there was Coldplay,
Coldplay.
I'm going back.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah, I would
Coldplay.
go- I would
Coldplay would,
back.
I think, do the gig for sure.
You
That's the
think
sa-
Coldplay would?
Coldplay would be good because that's kind of the same vibe.
I just got. Bro, if it's Blink 182, then Coldplay after.
That
I'm
actually is
going
a good
right
mix,
back to the
yeah.
desert. I'm going fucking right back, Jet.
Yeah.
I mean,
With guess. Guess what? I'm going back.
Captain Crunch Air.
I would guess, yeah, probably.
Matt, that's
Coldplay.
a
That's a
good
good
guess.
guess. Yeah.
What if I'm right?
I think
Oh
you.
my
I
gosh.
feel it. I feel it. That is
I will
Coldplay.
buy your ticket if you're right, and we're all gonna go.
I'm going back to the desert.
Wait, that's
I'm going back to the desert.
I'm surprised they haven't announced it yet. 'Cause
Zane,
it's
start
so
looking at
soon.
houses.
wait. But this is kind of a waste of like how much we're spending on talking about this, right?
'Cause it's already
It's
out.
already gonna be out.
People listen. They're like,
They're like, it's,
It wasn't
We
Coldplay.
know.
It was. I don't know.
but if it was, this is gonna sound amazing.
What if it's Tyler the Creator?
Doesn't he put on an insane show with like floating
does.
cars
His fans.
But that
also,
wouldn't be
like,
enough time to prepare, though.
and
You need someone that doesn't need a lot of fucking shit.
Who
Coldplay.
is it?
That's
Have they already
true.
announced it? It's Thursday right now.
No, they don't need to announce it. Blink 182, they didn't announce it until the day before.
What if it's 21 Pilots? Imagine.
What if-
Imagine Todd.
after Blink, it was Panic at the Disco.
Oh, that would also be insane.
Kazumi's World.
Somebody said that.
What's
What's
Kazumi's
Kazumi's
World?
World?
Somebody commented, I heard it's Pauly D. I'd be there. Oh, Vinny commented on our TikTok, boys.
It's Anderson.
saw.
Oh, it's Anderson Cooper.
Oh, it's Frank Sinatra. Thank God.
Adele.
People are speculating that it's going to be a DJ.
Yeah, or Skrillex.
Oh, because it's the
Because it's at the end.
it's the easiest thing to
yeah,
prepare.
there's not much. Yeah.
Alrighty.
right.
It's Baby Shark.
Matt, we do have a pretty crazy story for you though. Our last night at the house.
Oh yeah, buckle up.
yeah.
That last night, we go back to the compound, and you want to say should I say my point of view, and then we finish the story?
I'll set up what happened before it
And
goes
we'll
to Zane's
and we'll
point of view.
alley oop it.
So I'll set up what happened before the incident.
Incident.
Yeah. The guest bus, right, that you saw going around, like
Yes.
the Sprinter. So after one of the parties, everybody starts getting onto the bus, right? And one
Mind
of
you,
our,
we're not in this bus.
yeah.
We're not in this bus. This is
someone
I'm
else's
sorry,
bus.
by a friend.
I'm
Oh my
telling
God.
the story of like just what happened to them. So everybody's getting onto the bus and they shut the door on one of our friends. And what happened was basically security stopped him and goes, "Are you supposed to be on here?" And he was like, "Yeah." And everybody started like laughing. And he goes, "Are you supposed to be on here?" And he's like, "I guess not." And the security guard took that as like serious. Like he wasn't supposed to, like he was like trying to sneak onto the bus. So he slammed the door in his face.
So the security was being serious. Everybody else thought he was kidding, so they were just playing along with the joke. Like, no, I guess I shouldn't be on here.
So
And he
everybody
closed the
started
door.
laughing. And then somebody opened up the door and let him on and was like, it was a joke. Like he's supposed to be on the bus with us. And the security like got pissed about that. So he turns back and looks and he goes, "Is this Scooby-Doo motherfucker really supposed to be on here?" And everybody was like, "Yes, he's supposed to be on the bus. Like like he's in our house. Like he's supposed to be on the
The
bus.
bus driver said Scooby-Doo motherfucker.
Security.
Okay.
Security's like, is this Scooby-Doo motherfucker supposed to be on here?
This is not like security of the this is like someone's personal security.
Right.
Okay.
This
One
is
of
not.
the influencers' personal
Right.
security on the bus is the one that did this to him.
That has nothing
So
to do.
there's
with-
compound security, and then one influencer has a personal security guard.
On
So this
top,
is
yeah.
a personal.
This
one.
guy just had a power trip.
Yeah.
The whole time, the whole weekend.
And keep in mind, the person that he's targeting was hanging out with the person he's supposed to be protecting. And
The whole time.
If you stay in the compound, you have a wristband that says, yeah, it's his whole thing.
Yeah. It was just,
Anyway.
the guy was just being an asshole.
It was very clear that this person was staying on the compound,
So
but he's
he-
giving him a hard time.
So he looks back, is this Scooby-Doo motherfucker supposed to be on here? Everybody's like, yes. Everybody starts laughing because it was just like a stupid mix-up. Like they couldn't believe that this happened. So as a joke, somebody on the bus decides to play the Scooby-Doo theme song through the stereo system as a joke because it's funny to make, like, you know
That
what I
is
mean? Like,
funny.
Yeah.
and the security guard thought they put that on to make fun of the security guard and be like, you're an idiot for calling him Scooby-Doo or whatever. So this guy got really pissed now. Now he thinks like everybody's laughing at him. So everybody gets off the bus and the security guard confronts him. Is like, you put that on, like you're mocking me. You think this is like a joke, whatever. And they were like, no, it was like, I didn't even put that on. Like I was just supposed to be on the bus. Like there's no problem here.
So he was just very confused and
He's
on
just-
this like high, like this power trip.
And
So they're at this point, they're getting off the bus.
in the compound now.
And we all like our house, we all see this. And we're seeing that our friend is just there's something going on. When we start walking towards there and we just start seeing the security guy grab him and just start.
And he's like, you're not
Push-
supposed to be in here. And he starts getting in his face and he's grabbing him by his jacket and like pulling him like this.
Like,
and
what
my.
are you doing?
He
He's
still didn't
with
care.
us. He's hanging out with us, and he kept grabbing him, and he
Grabbed him by the
out of the
jacket.
gate.
Shoved him out, like
threw him to
and
the ground.
at this point, I'm running. I'm drunk. I'm like, nowhere. I'm running, and I fucking grab this guy. What? I push him immediately. Threw
threw
him to the
Zane
ground.
in a headlock and slammed him to the ground.
Oh my.
Now,
This is the
keep in mind, this security is completely in the wrong, and everyone's telling him to chill out because he's like
this
he's
guy
totally
has
wrong.
no power over any. He's just
He should not be
somebody's-
touching anybody. His job is to protect people inside the compound, and he's been trying to get rid of this person the whole weekend for no reason.
This guy is also massive.
massive.
Yeah.
I had no business trying to save him, right?
Zane just goes running after. You see Zane make it through the gate, and all of a sudden, boom!
you see my body go.
and Zane's voice is already gone, so he's like, "Stop!
Who is this guy? Who is this?
Stop!"
I got like a little more cut.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I had a busted lip. I got a busted.
It was just a bunch of grabbing just to settle it. There was no punching or anything
Yeah,
like that.
it was pretty much all
It was
just-
just a bunch of like get off of him.
And I remember I was on. So now I'm out of the combo, right?
Yeah, on the
So
ground.
at this
Zane
point,
is
I'm just
on
like-
the ground.
I go like I lick my lip like my lip is bleeding. Like I have a busted lip, sir. I have a busted lip. And then that guy goes, "You can come in." At this point, I come in. I was like, "Who is this guy? Why is
Right.
he? Why is he controlling anything? Why is he controlling this gate? Nothing."
But then they put all of the security guards and all the people that were involved in this into like a confessional and was getting like the
interviewed
story.
everybody.
And they were like crossing the story to make sure like everything added up to see like exactly what happened.
And the security guard was spitting complete lies because our friend ended up recording the entire
Entire
thing. So he said all these lies and showed him the footage, and then he was gone the next morning. That was it. He's
gone.
done.
Oh my god.
Because he was totally wrong. And they were like, what?
Watching the video is
Oh, it's hysterical. Zane,
Do y'all have the video?
We can't show it though. But
Oh, I want to see it.
I will show
We-
it to
we
you
can show
after.
it to you.
Zane was so funny. Zane gets into like protective.
Dude, he
I
wanted to tussle.
I wanted to tussle. I mean, I was in protection mode, and then I
Yeah.
needed protection 2 seconds later. It was a
But
battle.
then the whole joke, like for the rest of the trip, was just Scooby Doo. Just we were talking
Yeah.
about like,
These Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
oh man, but it was pretty insane that this guy was on a power trip like that, especially because he was supposed to like be there to protect and
Yeah.
know who was on
One
the-
person.
I have so many
Even the
questions after.
other security guards of the compound were like, bro,
It was bad.
what are you doing?
And we're not saying these people's names for legal reasons.
No,
just
just yeah,
To
it's
protect this story.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was,
there's a lot on the compound. You could guess, but you can guess, but you can there's no need for names to be thrown out.
right.
Damn.
It's almost like this guy was like on something.
Yeah. Or just ego
It was-
tripping.
It was weird.
I wish I had his confidence. Had his authoritarian, you know?
That happened at like 5 a.m.
That was really late.
Damn.
But overall though,
Trip was amazing.
fantastic weekend.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That was
Everything
like
Had a
the best weekend ever.
It was handled gracefully. Just a little bow tie on top of the weekend.
We went right after Frank. Patricia and I drove all the way back to LA.
That's
you drove that night?
Because we were like, I don't want to be stressed out in traffic knowing that we had that 3
You're probably
p.m.
so
flight.
Yeah.
you're probably so run down.
Dude, exhausted.
Jay
And
Boyce
then
did
even
the
when I
same
got to the
thing.
movie premiere, the people were like, weren't you just at Coachella? And I'm like, yes. And still.
was
like,
the drive back long at night? Or
no,
quick?
we got.
Heath, no
That's
one's
what's so
driving back
crazy. When
Sunday
you
night.
drive at night, you get back to LA in 2 hours. It
Right.
is crazy how fast
great.
it is.
Danielle told
fried.
me she left the next day. 6 hours.
What?
6 hours.
6 hours.
I could get to Vegas faster than that.
Yeah, and they left Monday night.
So, guys, if you ever go to a music festival, just be safe.
Yeah.
Watch yourself. Always be on the lookout.
That's true.
And you can't always trust security.
And you cannot always trust drivers. And you cannot
maybe just don't
always
go.
trust artists.
Want to close it out?
Yeah, let's close it out. Wow. Incredible.
That was nice.
Unbelievable. Zane, you should have brought those pants to Coachella.
I know.
Those
that-
are sick.
I'm going to do it next year. Next year when I wear these guys, just like comments like those pants are like, I've never seen those pants before.
Those are the Gucci Mykonos edition.
yeah,
right?
the Mykonos pants that we bought.
How does that make you feel? They still fit. That was
Amazing.
That was a year ago.
But they were a little loose in Mykonos.
That's all right.
So
You were so good to your future self.
who's calling me?
Scooby Doo.
Scooby. Scooby-Doo.
Ruh-roh.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Unfiltered. You can check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Zane and Heath, patreon.com/Zane and Heath, where you can check out all of our bonus content. We got high episodes on there. We got live Q&As. We got
Early access.
Early access. We got private Discord. And we also have unwinds where we keep the cameras rolling for another 20 minutes, and just give you guys another like bonus episode every week. And you can get all of that, everything in our archive for $5 a month.
Also, make sure to check out Cremota.com. We've got our matcha starter kit, and we also have all of our bag coffee, K-cups. You can get it in a bunch of different flavors. We have espresso in whole and ground bean, and a bunch of cool drinkware. So, again, Cremota.com.
You can check out this episode every Monday, audio form on Google podcast form. You know the one I'm talking about. And then every Tuesday we post on YouTube, youtube.com/Zane and Heath. Every Tuesday on youtube.com/Zane and Heath every Tuesday.
All right, guys. We love you so much. Thank you for watching, as always, and we'll see you next week.
Peace and blessings.
Ciao.
Happy Coachella. Be safe.
You too.